Good evening, everyone. We're going to start our meeting tonight. We had a closed session before this, and so our meeting has been called to order. So we'll begin now with some comments from the superintendent.
Good evening, everyone. Just a couple brief updates and just some recognitions. I wanted to congratulate our music department and our students, our families for the recognition we received for the best community for music for the 5th year in a row. So again, congratulations to our music staff and our families. Today, families around the district received a new weekly update. This is an attempt at a reorganization to how we communicate, so we're not sending the 1 million emails per month to parents on average. So it is a weekly email that brings forward school news, guidance news, PTA news, district updates, food service calendars, sporting event information, guidance information into one newsletter. 10 different ones went out to the 10 different schools today. They'll also be online under the virtual backpack. I want to thank Morgan Tilton, our public information officer, for her leadership with this, and all the members of the building administration and the PTAs for their support with putting that together. Also wanted to just note a program that will be coming up next week, a Parent University on Healing and Recovery by George Scott from the Traumatic Loss Coalition. That will be next Tuesday evening at High School South at 7 p.m. on April 9th. Also, next week we have a college admissions panel that will be held at High School North on the 10th at 7 p.m. And lastly, just wanted to note this is over spring break, but it's in collaboration with all the Mercer County districts. We'll be bringing in Julie Lithcott-Hames, former dean of the undergraduate school at Stanford. She wrote a book on the dangers of overparenting. She's got a great TED Talk. She's coming in for all 9 districts in the county. It will be on April 24th at 7 p.m. at Robbinsville High School in their theater, but it is open to all members of the county. So I just wanted to make note of those items and wish everyone a good evening.
Thank you. Now I'll turn it over to our students for their reports.
Good evening. My name is Olivia Browndorf, and I'm a junior at High School North. April is off to an exciting start with so many fun events coming up. Junior prom is this Friday from 6 to 10 p.m., so all of the juniors at HSN are counting down the minutes until they can start getting ready. Until then, our student athletes have to try and stay focused as spring sports are officially in full swing, with them all completing their first games of the season. After this long week of many events, the students won't be disappointed when they get to walk into school on Monday in pajamas to kick off our Mr. Miss North Spirit Week and try to beat their fellow classes.
Good evening. My name is Sonia Manloy, and I'm also a junior at High School North. Student Council has been working tirelessly over the past few weeks for their upcoming event on April 13th called Mr./Miss North. This event is a parody of a beauty pageant with our first female contestant this year. Also, on April 13th, the girls and guys lacrosse teams will be participating in the Lacrosse Day, which is a district-wide event. On April 11th and April 12th, AP pre-grading will be taking place for all students who have registered to take the upcoming exams. Overall, the first few weeks of April before spring break will be very fun and busy at High School North. Thank you, and I hope you have a good evening.
Thank you. And we have... Very good timing.
Good evening, everyone. With the start of spring, High School South has been blooming with activity. Spring sports have begun as South has their first track meet of the season today, and both the girls and boys lacrosse teams played their first games this past week. This week is the Spring Spirit Week, all culminating with South's second annual South Factor, the senior co-ed talent competition on Friday night, and the first annual Xbox competition on Saturday afternoon, where students can compete in 1v1 tournaments of games such as FIFA. High School South's choir's annual silent auction fundraiser is this Saturday as well, where a silent auction will take place for those who bought tickets, and the choirs will perform songs of the 70s. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to turn it over now to Dr. Russo.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to introduce Kathy Muto from Sodexo.
Good evening, everyone. Dr. Adahol, Dr. Russo, board members, thank you for having us tonight. My name is Kathy Muto, Sodexo Operations Manager here at West Windsor-Plainsboro. I would like to introduce Tony Kowalik. He is the former Operations Manager at West Windsor. And we have Ed Kenna. He is our District Manager for the area. Back in October, Sodexo held the Healthy High School Challenge in both high schools. This is an exciting event that drives meal participation and also engaging ways to encourage students to make healthy food choices. In brief, the more healthy meals, snacks, and beverages you serve, the more points you earn towards winning the challenge and the top prize of $5,000. I'm pleased to announce this year that High School South came in 34th place out of 200 schools with a prize of $500, which we would like to award to High School South Student Council. Dennis Leopold is here from South. We would like to present him a check with $500 for Student Council. And next, High School North came in 39th place with a prize of $500, which we would like to award to the district robotic team. Here to accept it is Susan Putnam. And now I'd like to introduce Tony. He has a special presentation tonight.
So we also wanted to acknowledge Tommy Kalitzis. He's here with us, a high school South student, for starting a mathematics tutoring program to benefit local elementary school students in Trenton, and being named a distinguished finalist in the Prudential Spirit of Community Award. Sodexo recognized this accomplishment by highlighting his efforts in our Performance Zone Nutrition Education Program. A $500 donation was made in his name to his charity, Education for Success. In addition, Sodexo middle schools across the country, including Community and Grover Middle Schools, posted his story along with encouragement to give back by helping to tutor other students in their communities. So we have the poster that was mounted, and that's a copy for him.
Thank you very much. That brings us to our first opportunity for public comment. The board invites thoughts and reactions on agenda items and items of concern from members of our community who are present. Each participant is asked to give his or her name and address prior to making a statement, which will be limited to 3 minutes. All statements shall be directed to the presiding officer, and this public comment period shall be limited to 60 minutes. Anyone? Okay, seeing as there's no public comment, we'll move on to the voting portion of our meeting. I'm sorry, there's no committee reports, so we're going to move on, right? So we need a motion now on the administration items 1 to 5, plus the yellow addendum. Tony and Martin, are there any questions or comments on the administration items?
Okay, we'll start with Mr. Flores.
Yes.
Ms. Hertz. Yes. Ms. Ho.
Yes.
Ms. Krug.
Yes.
Mr. Whitfield.
Yes.
Mr. Zhang.
Yes.
Ms. Juliana.
Yes.
Ms. Keish.
Yes. We have no curriculum and instruction items tonight, so I need a motion on finance items 1 through 8, plus the blue addendum. Rachel and Louisa. Are there any questions on the finance items? Comments?
Okay, we'll start with Ms. Hertz. Yes. Ms. Ho.
Yes.
Ms. Krug.
Yes.
Mr. Whitfield.
Yes.
Mr. Zhang.
Yes.
Mr. Flores.
Yes.
Ms. Juliana.
Yes.
And Ms. Keish.
Yes.
Okay.
So I need a motion on the personnel item 1, plus our green addendum.
Madam President.
Dana and Carol, and I know Charity, you had something?
Just a change for under non-certificated staff on the green addendum. It should say purchasing specialist instead of purchasing agent. Purchasing specialist is the proper title.
Okay, we'll start with Ms. Ho,
Yes.
Ms. Krug,
Yes.
Mr. Whitfield. Yes. Mr. Zhang.
Yes.
Mr. Flores.
Yes.
Ms. Hertz. Ms. Juliana.
Yes.
And Ms. Case.
Yes. I'd just like to take a moment to acknowledge some retirements that we just approved. Tim McNamara, the social studies teacher at Community Middle School, is retiring after 22 years in the district. And 2 teachers from Maurice Hawk are retiring. Joan Ryle, retiring after 18 years with the district, and Marietta Tellis, retiring after 20 years in the district. We want to thank them for their service to our school district, and we wish them all the best in their retirement. Are there any liaison reports? Is there any new business? Time for our second opportunity for public comment. Each participant is asked to give his or her name prior to making a statement, which will be limited to 3 minutes. Are there any comments? Then I guess I need a motion to adjourn. Taylor and Louisa, all those in favor? Aye. We're adjourned. At 7:42.